This is Niagara-on-the-Lake. The Niagara River meets Lake Ontario here on its way to the Atlantic Ocean, and we're just a mere 20 kilometers downstream from the mighty Niagara Falls. The British government purchased this land in the 1780s from the Mississauga Native Nations for the prize amount of 300 suits of clothing. From that humble beginning, a town was born. First a military reserve, then a bustling first capital of the new colony of Upper Canada, and then it became the heart of a battlefield that defined a country. It is a town that is filled with history, traditions, and beauty. All of this history needed to be preserved somehow. So in 1895, the Nagra Historical Society was established to do just that. Founded by Janet Carnahan, a teacher and passionate historian, it took just 1 year for the Society to realize they had a collection on their hands, a collection of materials that would grow into one of the most valuable and unique historical collections in Ontario. In 1907, they moved all of it into this museum, Memorial Hall, built exactly for that reason, to honor history, the first of its kind in Ontario. The Niagara Historical Society and Museum is home to over 8,000 artifacts, 40,000 documents, 2,500 photographs, and 600 books. Oh, and one very special hat. All you need is a pair of very nice white gloves. It's a collection that recognizes the value of local stories, of the First Nations who were such a part of the settling of this land, the daily life of the town, the families, the clothes they wore, the shops and the shopkeepers who knew their names, the products they used, the wars they fought in and died in. The Society has assisted in publishing more than 50 books. That kind of commitment to research and accessibility plays a major role in the evolution of Canada. And it all happens here, in this heritage two-story building unaltered since 1906. And in 1949, the museum expanded to include the building that housed the town's first high school. The architecture may be old, but the programming certainly isn't. I'm a little partial to their current exhibit, Battlefield Niagara. It shows Niagara throughout the War of 1812, the Battle of Fort George, the American occupation, the effects on everyday people and their lives, and then the horrific burning in 1813. You can see how they rebuilt the town, but you can also hear all about our history with our popular lecture series, daily walking tours, old-time radio shows, and, of special note, musical historical performances that bring history alive, like Petticoats, Boots, and Muskets, a musical retelling of the War of 1812 sung with great irreverence. Granted, they do talk about some very important people, Laura, Tecumseh, Norton, and me, but they shoot me off early in that too. And then they sing about it. You'll just have to come down and experience it yourself. And while you're here, find out the real story behind my hat. Thank you. General Brock, at your service.